The Nintendo Direct just gave us the biggest reveal we've been waiting for. The Nintendo Switch 2 is finally fully revealed, and this time it actually feels like a next-gen upgrade. From a massive leap in hardware power to an entirely new way of playing games, Nintendo is finally stepping up to compete with modern consoles, and this is coming from a handheld. We're talking about 3 tiers of games, a brand new Nintendo Switch Online Plus with GameCube classics, enhanced visuals, redesigned cartridges, and even built-in mouse function. But what really makes this feel like a true next-gen leap, some of the launch lineup. Nintendo is bringing the heat with huge day one titles, including Mario Kart World and Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma, and even enhanced editions of fan-favorite classics. But there's a catch. Some of these features are locked behind a paywall, and Nintendo's making some bold moves with storage, game sharing, and accessories. Let's break these insane details that they just revealed and see if the Switch 2 is truly the upgrade we've all been waiting for. Nintendo has finally pulled back the curtain on the Switch 2, and this time it actually feels like a next-gen console. With HDR support, 4K resolution, 120 frames per second, magnetic controllers, and more, this is shaping up to be Nintendo's most powerful system yet. But is it enough to compete with the PlayStation and Xbox? Let's break down all the hardware details and see what makes the Switch 2 a true generational leap. First up, performance. The Switch 2 delivers 4K resolutions while docked, locked at 60 frames per second. And for the first time ever, HDR support will bring richer colors and deeper contrast. When not in 4K mode, certain games will even support 120 frames per second thanks to variable refresh rate, making gameplay smoother than ever. In handheld mode, the larger 7.9-inch LCD screen runs at 1080p, providing crisp, vibrant display. Unlike the original Switch OLED, this new screen also features an improved kickstand for better tabletop gaming. Nintendo has also upgraded massively the storage, giving the Switch 2 a built-in 256GB SSD, which is 8 times larger than the original model base storage. Not only that, but Nintendo's confirmed faster read and write speeds, meaning load times should be significantly reduced. Nintendo isn't just upgrading the console itself, they're also improving the dock. This time the dock includes a built-in cooling fan, ensuring the Switch 2 stays cool even during intense gaming sessions. It also features 2 USB ports, one on the top and one on the bottom, allowing for better charging options and accessory support. A huge game changer is the Joy-Con 2 controllers, which magnetically attach to the console rather than sliding into place. They feature a release button on the back for easy detachment, a larger control stick, and bigger SL and SR buttons for improved comfort when playing a single Joy-Con or playing with a single Joy-Con. Nintendo is also introducing a built-in mic with noise cancellation, making online communication easier than ever. This feature is activated via a new C button on the right Joy-Con 2 controller. Now, players too seamlessly use Nintendo's new GameChat feature without needing an external headset. Beyond the controllers, Nintendo is adding new functionality to the Switch 2 that enhance how players interact with the system. Mouse support will allow players to use Joy-Cons like a computer mouse, opening up new gameplay possibilities for specific games and applications. The built-in speakers have also been improved for clearer, more immersive audio, making handheld gaming a better experience overall. This is the biggest hardware upgrade Nintendo has ever delivered. With 4K visuals, HDR, 120 frames per second gaming, improved controllers, and faster storage, the Switch 2 finally feels like the next-gen leap fans have been waiting for. But with all these upgrades, there are still a few things to discuss, like the new accessories, storage limitations, and a rumored paywall for certain features. We'll get into all that in the next section, but let me know in the comments, do you think this is the upgrade we've all been waiting for? Nintendo isn't just upgrading the Switch 2 hardware, they're also delivering a redefined feature-packed Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller. Retailing at $79.99, this controller comes with a USB-C charging cable and is designed to take your gaming experience to the next level. One of its standout features is the new C button, which lets players instantly open the GameChat menu at any time, making communication in online games more seamless than ever. The GL and GR buttons are fully customizable, allowing players to map them to any function for a more personalized control scheme. Another long requested addition is the built-in audio jack, supporting headphones and headsets for private audio and voice chat. The controller also features HD Rumble 2, motion controls, amiibo functionality, and the capture button to save and share gaming moments instantly. With these improvements, the Switch 2 Pro controller is shaping up to be the essential accessory for serious gamers. But while the Switch 2 accessory sounds promising, its storage situation is raising some concerns. Yes, Nintendo has increased the internal storage to 256GB, but modern game sites continue to grow. And that space could fill up fast, especially with the introduction of 4K textures and enhanced versions of older games. That's even more surprising is that Nintendo is locking expandable storage behind microSD express cards, meaning older microSD cards won't work this time around. These newer, faster storage cards are more expensive, and while they improve game load times, they also mean players will have to spend extra just to get the storage they need. And speaking of extra costs, let's talk about the rumored paywall for enhanced game versions. Nintendo has confirmed that some existing Switch games will receive Switch 2 editions, feature higher resolutions, better frame rates, and additional graphical enhancements. But here's the catch: these upgrades won't be free. Instead, Nintendo is reportedly requiring players to either purchase these enhanced versions or pay an upgrade fee to access these new features. This means even if you own a game like Zelda Breath of the Wild, you'll need to pay for experiencing it with 4K visuals and 60 frames per second performance. This move has sparked a lot of debate, especially since competitors like Xbox, PlayStation offer free upgrades for many of their titles. But there's still more to unpack. From the new cartridges, the Switch 2's new online membership, exclusive GameCube games, how sharing games across multiple consoles will work, and also GameChat and camera. Let's dive a little bit deeper. Nintendo is shaking things up with the Switch 2 physical game format. The new Switch 2 game cartridges are red instead of traditional gray, signaling a clear distinction between new-gen titles and backwards compatible games. These new cartridge features are faster read speeds, allowing a quicker load time and larger game file size, making them a key component of the Switch 2's performance boost. While the console still supports original Switch cartridges, only Switch 2 game cards will take full advantage of the upgrade hardware. One of the most exciting announcements is Nintendo's new online membership, which introduced GameCube games as an exclusive perk. This premium version of Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack brings select GameCube classics to the platform for the first time in an official capacity, complete with modern enhancements like save states, online multiplayer for select titles, and widescreen support. However, just like previous expansions, this higher tier membership comes at an extra cost, meaning fans who want to relive these GameCube classics will need to pay up for the access. Nintendo is also making some major strides in gaming sharing across multiple consoles, a feature that could be a game changer for families and multi-Switch households. While details are still emerging, Nintendo confirmed that one digital copy of the game can now be shared across multiple Switch 2 consoles, allowing different users to play without needing to purchase the same title. However, there will likely be restrictions such as requiring an active internet connection or only allowing one instance of a game to be played at a time. Another huge addition to the Switch 2 ecosystem is GameChat and the built-in camera. Nintendo is finally moving past its reliance on third-party apps for voice chat, integrating GameChat directly into the console. By pressing this C button on the Joy-Con 2 or Switch 2 Pro controller, players can now instantly open the GameChat menu to connect with friends and even video chat Discord style like game sharing, as if you're like in an old Nintendo 64 days of Mario Kart on the same screen. The console built-in microphone also features noise cancelling technology, ensuring clear voice communication without the need for a headset. On top of that, Nintendo is introducing a front-facing camera, which some games will use for face tracking, AR experience, and possible video chat features in the future. With all of these changes, new cartridges, and expandable online membership, game sharing, and improved communication features, Nintendo is making sure the Switch 2 delivers a true next-gen experience. Now let's dive a little bit into the launch titles. The Nintendo Switch 2 isn't just launching with upgraded hardware, it's bringing a strong lineup of games that showcase what this next-gen console is capable of. Right out of the gate, Nintendo's delivering some heavy hitters, starting with Mario Kart World, a brand new installment in a beloved racing franchise that promises global online events, new courses, crossplay functionality, and even open world. There's also the new Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, a pre-installed experience designed to introduce players to the console, new features, controls, and enhanced capabilities. For those looking for a AAA experience, Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition is coming to the Switch 2, fully optimized, running at higher resolutions and improved performances compared to the previous console versions. Then there's Split Fiction, a mysterious new title from Nintendo that's shrouded in secrecy but is rumored to be a single-player cinematic action game with a deep story. Zelda fans have a lot to look forward to, as both Breath of the Wild Switch 2 Edition and Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 Editions are launching with enhanced visuals, improved frame rates, and faster load times, bringing the best possible versions of these masterpieces to Nintendo's new hardware. And for stealth action enthusiasts, Hitman World Assassination Signature Edition delivers the complete Hitman experience with all the content, updated visuals, and gyro aiming support. But the excitement doesn't stop at launch. There's a packed lineup of upcoming games that will arrive later in 2025 and beyond. Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate, Square Enix is bringing a stunning remake to the Switch 2, taking full advantage of the new hardware. Donkey Kong Bonanza, a brand new Donkey Kong game that marks the first mainline DK title in over a decade, featuring vibrant 2.5D platforming and multiplayer co-op. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 for summer 2025, following the success of 1 and 2 remaster, Activision is finally bringing the next two iconic games back in modern package. Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, a winter 2025 game, a new Zelda-themed Warriors game that expands on the lore of Tears of the Kingdom, bringing large-scale battles to life. Elden Ring Tournament Edition 2025 from Software's legendary RPG is making its way to the Switch 2, complete with DLC and enhanced performance. Borderlands 4 2025, the next main entry in the Borderlands series, is confirmed for Switch 2, featuring a brand new story, characters, and weapons. And this is just the beginning. More games will be revealed as we get closer to launch, with plenty of third-party support and new surprises from Nintendo. The Switch 2 is shaping up to have one of the strongest lineups in Nintendo history, and it's only going to get better from here. And there you have it. Everything you need to know about Nintendo Switch 2, from its next-gen hardware upgrades to new accessory online features and massive game lineups, is shaping up to be the biggest leap for Nintendo in years. With 4K resolution, 120 frames per second support, magnetic Joy-Cons, expanding storage, and even built-in GameChat, Switch 2 is truly feeling like a next-gen evolution for what original Switch started off with. But now, I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the Switch 2, and how hyped are you for this new hardware, the GameCube addition to Nintendo Switch Online, or the upcoming launch titles? Let me know in the comments below. I'll be reading and replying as many as I can. Also, if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my gaming breakdowns, reviews, and first impressions. There's a lot more to talk about, and you can bet I'll be there covering everything as much as I can, leading up to the Switch 2 release on June 5th and beyond. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay tuned for more tech, gaming, and retro fusion. Catch you in the next one. Peace.